Videos showing evidence for intelligent extraterrestrial life.
Mars, a wonderful red jewel whose beauty is only overshadowed by the mysteries yet undiscovered. But what we are on the verge of discovering is what horrifying fate befell the red planet. When NASA decided to send down a rover to investigate the surface of Mars, they took samples of the soil, and what they were not expecting to find in that soil was a radioactive isotope known as xenon-129. Xenon-129 can only be created by one specific method, that method being the detonation of nuclear weapons.
These sunglasses you gave us, they're not really doing it for me, my guy.
Now, there have been over 1,000 nuclear tests and detonations on the planet Earth. Whenever a nuclear bomb or weapon is detonated, it leaves behind a very small trace of xenon-129. The xenon-129 levels recorded in Martian soil is 2.5 times higher than it is on Earth. That's actually absurd, and that can only mean one thing. If xenon-129 is only created by the detonation of nuclear weapons, it can only mean that Mars was devastated by a nuclear conflict or something went horribly wrong a very, very, very long time ago. Now, I'm not saying that I believe 100% that Mars was devastated by a nuclear conflict, but it is a very interesting concept, and I do believe that instead of being ridiculed, this theory should be studied. But I suppose there's more of a possible likely explanation. I don't know if it's likely, but in a uranium mine in Gabon, Africa, it has been observed that nuclear fission occurred naturally. So one of the theories is that the reason why we're seeing so much xenon-129 is that nuclear fission may have occurred naturally on Mars. I don't know how likely this is, but that's just one of the other theories on why we see so much xenon-129 on the surface of Mars. And let me know what you think about this. It's very interesting, very scary stuff. And maybe I even hope it's true in some way. Mostly because if the higher-ups and the people that make the decisions in our countries, especially people that deal with weapons development, if they see that an ancient civilization not too far from us devastated and completely wiped themselves out by their own hands with the help of nuclear weapons, maybe the people that make these decisions will implement nuclear energy in a more positive way rather than making devastation with them. Food for thought.
A UFO was caught in a live broadcast on station Fox 11 during a broadcast about the LA wildfires. You can see it in the top right going down diagonally.
We are going to see those winds picking up, and it won't just be for today.
We see what appears to be a long grayish cylinder-type craft flying diagonally out of the camera's view. Now, this isn't just some CGI that somebody slapped onto a news clip. I scoured Fox 11's YouTube channel to find the actual live broadcast. We can actually get a rough estimation on how big this craft is and how fast this craft is going. Right over here we have what appears to be a very tiny white dot. This white dot is either a helicopter or an airplane that is helping out with the wildfires. It's a very tiny white dot. Now when we look at the UFO, it is way bigger and way faster than this airplane we're seeing down here at the bottom. That is a genuine UFO sighting, if I've ever seen one. That is no jet, that is no airplane, that's no drone, and it's certainly no camera artifact. That might just be one of the clearest, best UFO sightings I've ever seen, and it was on live television. Damn. I'm sold on this one, I really am. Usually I'm a skeptic when it comes to most of these things, but that is the genuine article.
A triangular-shaped UFO was spotted and filmed over Disneyland.
This footage was filmed by a Redditor named U/A_med_I94. Disneyland or Disney World is one of the last places I'd ever expect to see a UFO. So I've seen some people saying that this might be one singular triangular-shaped object. I don't really think that's the case, however, because in the video you can see these three lights sort of individually moving on their own, sort of changing the shape of the triangle. As we can see in this zoomed in footage, if you focus your attention on the bottom light of the triangle, you can just barely make out that it's moving and slowly shifting the size of the triangle, making it a bit smaller. So I do believe that these are actually three separate objects in the sky, but I don't know, however, what these things are. There could be drones, that's what I've seen some people say. I've seen other people say there might be stars. And there's of course the prevailing theory that they're UFOs, which I'm sure is most people's favorite theory. This mysterious footage is being shared across all of the social media platforms, all of which are claiming that this footage has something to do with the mysterious drone sightings being seen across the whole country.
I've never seen anything like it in my life.
In the footage, we see a man shocked to find an invisible entity throwing and breaking branches from the top of a tree.
This is the second time I've come over here. And the first time, when I got up under them trying to figure out what it was, they started breaking limbs off and throwing them at me. And I still cannot figure out what it is. Look, they're ruining this freaking place. What in God's name is it? It's bigger than me, whatever it is. Because just breaking limbs off that it would take me 2 minutes to saw.
Lots of people have been sharing this footage in an attempt to connect this to the many drone sightings that everybody's been seeing across the country and even across the world.
Look, see, he's coming right above me right here. He's fixing to throw something at me, whatever it is. Yeah, they don't like you messing with them. Look. What in God's name is going on?
Due to the nature and frequency of these drone sightings, people are under the impression that these drone sightings are actually a distraction of sorts by a government or a shadow organization in an attempt to distract us from clips such as these or extraterrestrial sightings that are real. One of the bigger theories being the actual drones that we can see are the distraction from the genuine UFOs/UAPs that we can see that are orb-like in nature, such as what you're looking at here in the sky. So due to the drone panic, people have been connecting this video of what appears to be an invisible entity in this man's trees to the drone sightings. Many people seem to suspect that what's in this tree is an extraterrestrial. Let's continue the clip.
Look, that's bigger than me. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. What in Jesus' name is doing this? Oh my God, he just took half the tree down.
It's been pointed out that we can see something sticking its hand or arm out from these branches. We don't know what it is exactly. We just know that there's something moving in these tree branches, something invisible, something unseen. Let's watch the rest of the clip.
Something, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, it's gotta be a, I don't even think a bear would have a chance in Hades and it doing this. It's something stronger than a bear.
So this footage has been shared a lot recently, all throughout all of the social media platforms. A lot of people have been claiming that this has to do with the recent drone sightings, that these are supposedly potential extraterrestrial beings that this man has run into in his yard. And we got extraterrestrials floating around and messing up people's yards, apparently. But something that people are failing to realize when they're sharing this is this footage is not new. This is actually fairly old footage. By old, I mean a couple years ago, like 2022 sometime. Jeff FX1414 is the name of the YouTube channel that originally posted this footage. So it's not new. It's a few years old now. So what does that mean? Is the footage real? It looks pretty compelling. With that said, what is this thing in the trees? We don't really know, but what we do know for sure is that whatever it is has to be pretty damn big to be snapping tree branches of that size, and especially snapping tree branches on what appears to be a very young tree. It's very big. I don't really blame the guy for trying to get out of there at the end. So I'd love to hear what your theories are. Put them down in the comments below. An ongoing mystery in Egypt that has to do with allegedly ancient artifacts has been captivating not only me, but many other people on the internet. Nobody knows where these rocks came from, but what everybody can clearly see is that these rocks have very strange properties that interfere with electrical equipment. Now, nobody knows how exactly these rocks do interfere with electronics, but we can clearly see that they do. A few videos have been posted showcasing this rock's abilities, but not only do these rocks interfere with electrical equipment, if you put it in water, the water begins to boil. What's even more unexplainable is this rock apparently has no reflection. Not only is there no reflection of the rock, but we can only see the man's hand bones in the mirror. The theories of where these rocks came from are running rampant. These theories include the notion that this is merely just an ancient Egyptian artifact, with the more prevalent theory being these things came from an extraterrestrial source, with the skeptic outlook being that these things are mainly just a hoax, in which case I wholeheartedly understand, due to the fact that these things are fairly suspicious. Everything seen in these videos can absolutely be faked. But the interesting videos just keep on coming. After showing us the date on a piece of paper, the rock that was next to this water bottle apparently turns the water red, adding another strange property to the list. But wait, there's more. The man decides to tie a Coca-Cola bottle to the end of a stick, in which case he places the hanging Coca-Cola bottle next to the rock, apparently waiting for a reaction of some kind to occur. Yes, you did see that right. Apparently, the red liquid that was created by the mystery rock made this Coca-Cola bottle explode. It has never been fully explained by anybody why these rocks do what they do, or why they have the properties that they have. More videos have been posted of these allegedly ancient artifacts turning water red. I've seen some people say or suggest that this has something to do with the property known as red mercury. But as far as we know in science, alchemy, and chemistry, red mercury is a substance that simply does not exist. But there are videos out there of what appears to be real red mercury being messed around with on camera. In which case my next video will be about these clips of the red mercury being messed around with. These videos are absolutely fascinating, so I'd love to know what you think about these rocks, whether you think they are actually an ancient Egyptian artifact or from an extraterrestrial source, or do you think these are mainly just a hoax? Follow for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and you have a good one.